Hey, this is Cheryl Faulkner, and I just wanted to have a quick conversation about what to do when your sponsor or your upline leader, upline team member is not available to be with you for a presentation. Guys, I want to tell you that this is part of the system and it still works. And how do you do that? How do you make that happen? You know, every night of the week, it seems like there's a presentation going on. I know on Monday and Wednesday night, there's a Zoom number. On Tuesday and Thursday night, there's a Zoom number. And then I think we rotate on Friday nights. And so during that time frame, if your friend, your prospect is not able to dial in or jump on that video conference, then what do? That's what this video is for. I want to encourage you to trust the system. Trust the videos. You know, there's a lot of people that are above us, and I'm going to share my husband, Tim, myself, Louis D'Arsenio, Jared and Heather Burnett, and we're here to help you with connect calls. And then any of the other team leaders that are between you watching this and us. Okay, so I definitely want to include them as well because there's a lot of diamonds and blue diamonds in our organization. And so that's the system. Okay, so when you know that you have a prospect and you're making that call and you're guiding the conversation and you're doing your power line, you're doing your three-point invitation, and then you get to the invite. How soon can you be available? And they share with you tonight or tomorrow, right? We want to live in today or tomorrow land. That's what I say. I've branded that, today or tomorrow land. So no matter what, when we make that phone call, our expectation is they're going to see a presentation today or tomorrow, right? Okay, so how soon can we get together and let's show this to you? How soon? And if they're not able to get on at night during those live presentations, what's the plan B? Okay, be ready for the plan B, because if they can't get on that, then we've got to find another time. Well, when do you have 30 minutes? How soon can we get together for 20 to 30 minutes? When in your schedule, today or tomorrow, do you have available? And you listen and you wait for them because they're thinking about their schedule. They're thinking about their full plate of life right now. So give them time to do that. Respect them. Be attentive to that. Okay, then they're going to give you a time and you say, okay, that's great. That's great. What I'm going to do is I am going to call you or text you about 5 minutes before that time. And I'm going to send you a link and I'm going to call you. And you and I together are going to watch a video. Okay. And that's it. And she'll say, okay. Or you don't even have to say watch a video. Just say, hey, you know what? I'm going to call you at that time. I'm going to call you at that time. And when you call her, okay, or him, your prospect, right? Hey, it's 2:00 p.m. I'm so glad you answered. I'm really looking forward to this opportunity to chat with you. Hey, would you mind? Could you put me on speakerphone? And they'll say, okay. And then you text them the link while they're on the phone. Say, okay, I just texted you a link. So go ahead and when you get that link, just go ahead and press it and it will forward you to a site and we're going to watch a video together. And guys, you watch that video with them. You push mute on your phone because I'm sure, you know, you've watched this video more than once, right? And it's very easy for us to start doing different things, but I wanted you to know that it's very important for you to treat this like a very important business meeting. You know, listen to see if they laugh. Listen to see if they go, wow. Listen to say, you know, where are they saying those comments? Where are they laughing? You want to pay attention to that. And then you're kind of listening for clues to say, okay, what part of that presentation were they interested in? Could you tell by listening? Could you tell by how they reacted to some of the slides? You know, and so that's something to think about. So then as it ends, right, you are ready to do your connect call. But first, I forgot to say this. We're going to back up because as soon as your friend tells you that time, let's say 2:00 p.m. Central, as soon as you say, that's great, that's awesome, you hang up the phone, immediately you grab your phone and you do a group text. You do a group text to all of your upline leaders, to Tim and Cheryl and Louis D'Arsenio, okay? And then, here come my kids. There's like 4 boys from the neighborhood coming in. So, okay, see, we all are distracted, right? Life goes on, but we have to remember what we're doing. So that group text, you want to include all of us and say, hello, I just scheduled, this is, and you say your name. Go ahead and say your rank also. this is so-and-so, I'm a bronze director, or I'm a bronze IBO, you know, whatever you want to say, or I'm, you know, almost bronze, you know, it doesn't matter. Just if you have a rank, I'd like you to put that in there, because that tells us how we promote you. How do we edify you correctly, right? So it's very important. And then you share with them who it is we're talking to, what their profession is, where do they live, and why you think they'd be great at this. Okay, so for example, hey Cheryl, I am doing a meeting tomorrow at 2 p.m. Central. I am Cheryl Faulkner, I'm Black Diamond, you know, whatever it is you are, you know, and I'm meeting with my cousin who is a father of 2 girls. He is a full-time pilot, and I think he would be great at this because he's had success in the past, leadership skills, and loves health and wellness. And I can't wait to connect. Who can be available? And guys, what that does is it tells us who you are, right? It tells us that you are going to be sending a video, and it tells us some qualities about your prospect. And then it allows us to tell things in our story that could be relatable to your prospect. Okay, so that's very important, setting up the connect call. So now we're going to fast forward back to that presentation, and they're watching the presentation, you're listening, you know it's getting ready to be over. So as soon as it's done, just a minute. Hey Grayson, could you let the boys know they need to go back outside, please? Thank you. Okay, now where was I? The meeting's over, right? The presentation's over. And so now what happens is, okay, hey, do you remember on that slide it said show, share, connect? Well, if you were in front of me right now, you would have an energy drink, and you would know that this product works and it's impacting, because you would feel it in your body. And right now, what I'd like to do is go ahead and introduce you to someone else. And hold on just a minute. And I want you to understand, you didn't hear me ask for permission. Guys, we just do it. And this is why I did a training last night, and I wish it was called Presentation Connect Call, all in one word. I wish Presentation Connect Call was one word, because I see so many people do a presentation and don't do the connect call. Presentation Connect Call should be one word. Okay, so you have to be in that. If you're going to give them a presentation, then you have to understand the other side of the coin is the connect call. Don't miss that. And I think that sometimes we have fear to think, oh, I don't want to make them feel bad. Like, it doesn't even make sense to me. It is a way for us to edify you. It is a way for us to help you look better. That's our goal. We are business partners. We want to complement that. We want to team up, and we want to edify you and say great things about you. And then your prospect is like looking at you like you are a rock star, and they're like, whoa, I want somebody to talk about me that way. Right? How many of us understand that? Recognition. Grown men die for it, and babies cry for it. Guys, that connect call is so important. And it also shows your prospect, your friend, that they're not going to be alone. They're going to have our help also. And that's the commitment that we take serious. And we also, you know, make that very clear. So don't whimper out on that. Be tough. Guys, practice that. Be prepared. Understand. Presentation Connect Call is one word. Okay. Okay. So what'll happen is when you make that call and you are adding the call, always make sure you know how to do a connect call before your presentation. Practice with someone else in your house. Call someone in your upline and call someone else and practice that. Make sure you know how to do it, how to merge a call so 3 people are on it. And then when you introduce the person that replied back, because you know you did that group text to all those people, and somebody wrote back to you, and let's say no one wrote back, does that mean you stop? No, you are persistent. You know where you're going. You send another text. I did not hear from you. Please reply. Right? Because maybe I missed it. You know, we get a lot of texts in the day, and it's very easy for me to kind of look at it, read it, and say, okay, I'm going to call them back. And I'm driving or I'm doing something else, and I forget. Guys, we're all guilty. And so you want to be persistent in your business. Do not ever think, oh, she's too busy, or, oh, they don't want to talk to me. Don't be personal like that. This is a business. Be proactive. Okay? I'm going to encourage you with that one. Okay, so when you introduce, hey, and let's just say it's me. I'm you right now. I'm in your shoes, and I've got my person. They just watched the video, and I'm calling Heather Burnett. Hey, Heather Burnett. Hey, this is Cheryl. Thanks so much for taking time to connect with me today. I'm actually sitting here with Brad, and we just actually watched the video. And, I just am excited to introduce you to him. Brad, Heather is one of the top income earners in the company. It's an honor just for her to be on the line with us. And I'm so excited that it's her, and she's going to share her story with you. And, Heather, Brad is amazing, and he's a successful business person that I have known for many years, and I just think he'd be great at this. He's awesome. So here you go. So I want to tell you what I didn't do is I didn't take all the time right then telling Heather about Brad. Like, Brad's the dad of 2 daughters. Brad's a pilot, right? I didn't do any of that. Why not? Heather already knows that about him, right? But what I did was I promoted him, I complimented him, and then I introduced Heather. And so, guys, that's a huge part too, because you want to be casual and yet confident in how you introduce your upline, right? Because that's your business partner. And so you want to kind of paint a picture and promote them, because then it comes right back to be promoted to you. And so that dynamic. And so for me, when I do connect calls, the first question I say when somebody calls me, the first question I say is, "Hey, Brad, how are you?" And he'll say, "Fine." And I'll say, "Well, how do you and Cheryl know each other?" And I always kind of, try to get in on a relational side first. And then the next question that I usually ask is, "Okay, so you've seen a presentation. So what interested you most today? Was it the products, or was it maybe earning extra income?" And then I'm listening for clues. I'm allowing him to have the time to think about it. Guys, and if you're on speaker, you're listening to this, but I just kind of want to give you a role play of how this all works. And then when Brad replies to me, let's say he says product, or let's say he says business, I'm going to take the conversation towards what he's interested in, with always the goal in mind to get him in your business. Okay. And then, what I try to navigate through is finding areas in the conversation that I can pull my story and be compatible to him, and let him know that we're here to support him. We're here to help him, and that he can do this too with you. And guys, at the end, what I usually do is I say, if they're positive and they're giving me all the information that they want to move ahead, I usually say, "This is so great. We'd love to have you on our team. Is there anything keeping you from getting started today? Is there anything keeping you from getting started today?" And that usually kind of, no. And then, "Okay, great. Well, what you want to do as soon as we hang up is your next question is, 'Hey, what do I do next? I'm ready to get started.'" And that's how I turn it over to you. And that's like the perfect ending to a connect call. And that's usually what we see. And then it's up to you, right? It's your job to ask for the sale. And I have another training on ask for the sale. So you want to come back and watch that one, ask for the sale. But it's your job to have the enrollment form ready. Like, right, I want to show you. I just went and did a presentation today. I have a bag, and I keep everything in my bag. I have my samples in here. I have my magazine in here. And guess what else I have? I have a clipboard and an enrollment form. You print these in your back office. Guys, be prepared. I have a pen that works. And I know you're not face-to-face with him right now, but you can pull your enrollment form out and you can say, "Hey, listen, Brad, I only need 7 pieces of information, and I can get you in the system right now. We can get your website up and running within minutes, and your product can ship out tomorrow." And so that's how simple it is, guys. But we have to be prepared. You are the one that has to ask for the sale. You are the one that has to be confident in looking at your prospect or on the phone saying, "Listen, you are going to be great at this. We can do this together. This is what I did." And you tell them what you did. Did you do a 30 share pack? You tell them, be confident in that, and tell them why you did it. What are you doing this for? So I hope that helped. That's one thing too. I don't think I talked about this at the beginning of the meeting. When you first call your prospect or you're meeting them face to face, in the introduction, before you get started, you always say, thank them for the time. Thank you for meeting me today. You know what? This is what I'm doing this for. And share your vision of what made you get started. And again, you're setting the tone for the appointment, right? You're treating it like a business. And I said this last night on a training call. If, there's a saying in this industry that says, if you treat it like a hobby, it will pay you like a hobby. If you treat it like a business, it will pay you like a business. So you set the tone for your appointment. What do you want to happen at the end of that appointment? You want them in your business? Set that expectation. Know that in your mind where you're taking this whole presentation and what do you want at the end. You want that enrollment form filled out, right? Okay, so I hope this helped you, and I'm excited. I want to encourage you, empower you to make appointments and be confident in the system and the videos, and we're here to help you. Reach out to us if there's anything we can do for you. Bye-bye.